An election year seems like a good time to get a new political drama, but this one bounced around a bit. Netflix, the CW, it ended up on Max, and after just a few weeks, it actually got canceled. So this is just a one and done season of this one. Let's talk about The Girls on the Bus. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for The Girls on the Bus. This is streaming on Max. It has already been canceled, so just one season of this, I believe 10 episodes. And this is based on the novel Chasing Hillary, which happened in 2018 about the political campaign in 2016 of Hillary Clinton and sort of, being on the road, following her from stop to stop, and the journalists there. So this is about four journalists, female, who follow every move of a parade of flawed presidential candidates, while trying to spin their stories and as well finding friendship along the way. And so we'll get into the specifics of all this here momentarily. But like I said, it makes sense to put this out in another election year, which this was, of course, and this premiered months ago before. I think we all were really sick of the presidential ads, maybe. But in any event, obviously Max not getting the results they wanted with this one. So it has already been canceled. But in any event, let me welcome you back to the channel first. If you're one of my Dan Reviews It subscribers already, thank you so much for that. I always love having you guys return. But if you're not, please consider subscribing. Click that notification bell so you get the alerts for all my new video drops. Or just like this video, comment below, all that stuff, of course, helps the channel out. So the four gals in question, Melissa Benoist, I think is how you pronounce that. She played Supergirl. That's where she's most famous from. She is a journalist for the New York Sentinel, which I think is made up. Carla Gugino is a journalist who has been on the political bus scene for a long time. Christina Elmore plays a reporter for a conservative TV network called Liberty News Direct, also fake. And then Natasha Benham is a Gen Z reporter, influencer, and activist. And there's some, differing opinions here among the women, and they try to kind of one-up each other with the stories and whatnot. The first episode of this, I will say, was not great. I did not get a good sense of really almost any of the characters yet. They all seemed, look, I know pilots are hard, first episodes are tough to really flesh out some characters and everything, but I don't know, just nobody really seemed like I cared about them, and as we moved on, I watched a couple more episodes and I was like, okay, now, like, episode 2 was a lot better than the first episode, and I really got more entrenched into this world, into the ladies, and then the third episode even more so. And what this reminded me of, really from that first episode, but I think even more as we're getting into the characters and the feel of the episodes a little bit more, and the writing, is The Bold Type, but for journalists in the political aspect, because The Bold Type, if you don't know, is on Freeform. It lasted, I think, 5 years. I actually just finished watching season 4 not long ago, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. But that was based at a magazine, and there were journalism involved there, of course, but there was also stylists and whatever. It wasn't just journalists, but one of the main gals in that show was writing for the magazine, whatever. So a little bit of journalism there, but more of the vibe of these four women coming together. And Bold Type, it was 3, but more got added in and taken out as the show went on. But that vibe of women, sort of helping each other and becoming friends and rooting for each other. Here, they don't quite start out that way, but by episode 2, they're already sort of forging those friendships that I guess they were hoping would last a long time if this went many, many seasons. But it was giving Bold Type vibes, which is not a bad thing. I mean, look, I know I'm not the target demo for Freeform's The Bold Type. About 320-something women in journalism and magazine industry, whatever. But I found the show engaging, a little soapy, I enjoyed it. Here, I think they've got that part down, the friendship vibe and the how are these ladies going to get along and not get along, and some of the behind the scenes drama that they're going through as well. But where this show completely misses the mark is the political aspect. And look, maybe I'm a little biased with that because another show that I'm currently watching is The West Wing, which I've never seen before. I decided last year, we were coming up on an election year. I was like, late last year, I was like, I'm going to finally start The West Wing. So I've been watching, a couple episodes of that every week. I'm almost done. But, talk about the best political show that there's ever been. So comparing this to that is maybe not fair. But I think this is really missing the mark on some of that political commentary, not necessarily political satire, but giving us some sort of political footing. The politicians here are really just sort of very, very ancillary. And yes, we're getting to know them a little bit along the way, but this show is much more about the relationships of the women. And that's fine if that's, the way they want to do. But this was framed, I think, as a political drama. And I'm not feeling that from the show. So I think it really is missing the mark in that aspect. But I do think it gets the camaraderie and everything else about the relationships of the women right. So a little bit middling. I think it's probably enjoyable enough to give it a slight positive grade, but I wish they leaned a little bit more into the actual political aspect of it all, to just set it apart from different shows that are similar to this. So I leave The Girls on the Bus with a C+. And like I mentioned, it's only the one season, so 10 episodes, and you're done with it. So if you do want to check it out, it's on Max. All right, thank you so much for watching Dan Reviews It, and I'll see you next time. Bye.